are here because the outside world rejects you.
All right, the next bit of Ninja Turtles news has to do with the Last Ronin movie that had originally been reported was on the way a while back. And really quick, just for those who don't know, what the reports were saying was that Walter Hamada would be producing the film. I think he was one of the main producers on the old DC movies before this recent relaunch with James Gunn's version. But yeah, reports that had come out before had mentioned that he was going to be the one producing this Last Ronin movie. Then after that, we heard about who would be writing the film, and that was Tyler Burton Smith, who wrote Boy Kills World. So yeah, up until that point, it had just been like news outlets and stuff reporting this stuff, and nothing official really came from Paramount until we got a little bit more info from like a catalog that was talking about the different IPs. It talked about stuff that Paramount was working on, and one of those things was the Mutant Mayhem sequel, and then it mentioned the Last Ronin movie. This is the first time anything from like Paramount side of things had mentioned it, but still there hadn't been like an official announcement, and still to this day there really hasn't been like an official announcement from the studio, unless you count that thing from the toy catalog. And I do think some of the creators of the graphic novel have acknowledged it as well. But anyways, that's kind of what we've heard up until this point about this movie. But now there is some new info that we haven't discussed yet here on the channel, and that's what we're going to talk about right now. So yeah, you can see here, one of the big outlets discussing film reported that the live action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Last Ronin movie is still in the works. The film will be rated R. That's what they reported on, and you can see right there it says sources from Deadline, and I think the information is coming from this article here. Some of the other outlets that were reporting this linked to this article as well. And you can see the headline, it says Paramount's movie priorities under new Skydance owners include Top Gun, Star Trek, and more. Execs expound on vision. And yeah, just real quick also, if you haven't heard, like Paramount just went through this like merger thing. So yeah, the studio is pretty much under new leadership. And yeah, this article is kind of talking about like what their priorities are going to be. And yeah, it's cool to see the Ninja Turtles in there. But yeah, I think that those posts that we talked about a minute ago were referring to this excerpt here from this article. You can see it says, following the success of the animated pick Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, the studio moved fast on a sequel, dating the next film for September 17th, 2027. So Mutant Mayhem 2. Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg are back to produce, with Jeff Rowe, Kyler Spears, and Yashar Kasai directing. So the same team as the first movie. And yeah, that universe is continuing on. But then there's a final sentence here in this excerpt that says that Paramount also have a live action version based on the graphic novel that Hamada is producing. So you can see that the words are kind of interesting there. They say live action, so it's different than the Mutant Mayhem Turtles. And they also mention Hamada, which was the producer attached to the earlier reported Last Ronin movie. But for some reason, it doesn't refer to it as The Last Ronin. It just says based on the graphic novel. So I did think that was interesting. Anyways, that's not the only bit of news on this that's come out. Let's go ahead and take a look at another article. This one is coming over here from comicbook.com. And you can see right there from the headline that the Ninja Turtles co-creator, Kevin Eastman, did an interview with them. You can see right there, it says, speaking to comicbook.com at San Diego Comic-Con, Eastman revealed that he's serving as a consultant on The Last Ronin, which Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles IP owners, Paramount and Nickelodeon, are reportedly developing as a gritty R-rated take. Then you have a quote here from Eastman that says, they do not have to bring me in to be involved in any parts of anything, but they bring me in for the comics, the cartoon shows, and to consult on the movies, especially The Last Ronin, Eastman said. I just adore that, and they are wonderful. And then you see down there, it says Eastman elaborated that he's been in touch with screenwriter Tyler Burton Smith, but that he couldn't confirm reports that The Last Ronin will be rated R. Then you get another quote from Eastman and it says, I'm really excited what they're doing and what they're going to do with it. They're all saying it's going to be rated R, but until you know officially, we'll wait for word from them. So yeah, to me, it tells me that this is like in a really important part of the development phase. The decisions made like here now in this window are going to determine how good this movie is, obviously with the execution as well, once they start production. But yeah, This is a big moment right here for this movie. Then you see down here at the bottom of the article that it says former DC Films president Walter Hamada is the producer on The Last Ronin, which is set to be the first live-action Ninja Turtles movie since 2016's Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows movie. So yeah, that stuff that they reported on before still appears to be what's going on. But yeah, at least now what we know from what's being reported is that it's still on the way. And yeah, that's pretty much all the new info on this Last Ronin movie. But yeah, let us know what you think down below in the comments. I just want it to be good. While all the live action movies they've been cool, but nothing's ever been as cool as, to me, as that original 1990 movie. And I just think the Ninja Turtles can be done so good in live action. And it's wild to me that it's been so long since we've had something really, really cool that's a live action version of the Ninja Turtles. And fingers crossed everything comes out good with this movie. We'll keep our eye out for any more news that drops on this one. But yeah, I thought it was some new info that you all would want to hear. And yeah, that's it. So let me know what you guys think. That does it for this video. I will see you all in a little bit with another one. Take care.